matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And incomplete to open things up.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down following the incompletion.
Wait. Ready. Blue lane. 53.
Jameis to throw it. They set up the screen to Martin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Winston. Being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Here's Newton now on second down. And it's caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, Martin. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught at the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Levante David with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. Back deep to return it is Lucky Whitehead. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 28. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. First down throw for Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. First down. Here's the run with Martin. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Winston on 3rd and 2. This is caught by Jackson. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Winston with a give to Martin. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Martin. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3rd down, it's Doug Martin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Following the interception, Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. Complete. He finds Bray. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Bray.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to. And probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Let's go now.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Panthers coming out now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, out the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ready? 550, 550. Wait. Ready? Blue ready.
They start the drive with Martin. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Flip. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Easy. Go now. Blue ready. Check.
They run again on 1st down. Martin. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On first down, it's Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 at a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Ready. Blue lady. 150.
They run it again with Martin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now Jameis on second down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Thomas Davis in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Final minute now of the third quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Stewart on first down. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They fake the give. Newton. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end, and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Quan Alexander coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Here's Newton now on second down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 14. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Martin. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They set up the screen to Martin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. He'll buy some time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aaron Donald forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Winston now from the 50. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 6 yards to go here on second down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Panthers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Bucs now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play. Winston Evans, 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second down now after the incompletion. shift together here from the D-line.
Flip, flip, flip.
They'll run for it with Martin. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. This is Stewart again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind.